You may be wondering why we dream, but for most of us, dreams are much more than just chemical discoveries. For thousands of years, humans have been exploring the reasons for dreaming, perhaps long before we asked. It has already started. Due to the dream, yes, we only sleep, an experience that can only be experienced. So this question is particularly difficult to answer. Going back to the ancient Greek philosopher Plato and Confucian scholar Zhu Xi, many great thinkers have considered the function and meaning of dreams. But only in recent decades, scientific experiments are just beginning to reveal nocturnal dreams' possible benefits. Each of us spends about dream for 2 hours in 80 years of life. That's almost 60,000 hours, the equivalent of 10 years of waking life. Dreaming must be good. Otherwise we wouldn't spend so much time dreaming. And everybody dreams. This is so weird. It happened. Almost half of the people each. Joe will remember at least one dream. And women are more likely than men to remember your dreams every day. The brain goes through multiple stages during sleep. These stages are repeated throughout the night. In the first stage, we transition from wakefulness to sleep. That's when you start to relax. Breathing slows down. As body temperature drops, breathing slows down further. You go into light sleep. And then you go into deep sleep. It is characterized by a type of brain called DIRT or special mode of. And then you go into REM sleep, LIM, and rapid eye movement sleep. Your breathing will quicken. The eyes move around. During REM sleep, you dream. At this stage, your brain is very active. Almost as active as you are when you are awake. Almost all other animals, whales, wombat, wildebeest sleep. Many animals also experience REM sleep. Therefore, scientists believe that many of these animals also dream, including your cat and dog. Maybe it's about chasing that delicious juicy red ball. Throughout history, our understanding of dreams, huge changes have taken place. In most cultures around the world, dreams have spiritual significance. The Bible even has an interpretation of dreams. But dream interpretation was most popular in ancient Egypt. The Egyptians produced a large number of books filled with common dreams, extremely likely meaning. Professional dream interpreters use these books, helping people understand their dreams. Many people still search for meaning in their dreams, especially in relation to the future. In one study, people are more likely to express, if on the flight, dreaming of a plane crash the day before takeoff will make them cancel the trip, rather than receiving terror from the government. Attack high-risk warning. But modern science has stopped transforming dreams. Hidden information that needs to be decoded or interpreted. Nowadays, researchers are exploring. Our brains themselves can learn from dreams. What features and benefits are available? The functions and benefits of dreams initially. Scientists believe that the strange things we experience in our dreams, mixed image, stories and events, it's a fundamental biological process in our brains. The side effects of it's a neural pathway that we experience during sleep. Noise scientists believe that the rest of the brain attempt to pass this random slides weave into a story to understand the noise, usually a very strange story. This is called the activation synthesis theory of dreams. But experiments show that dreams are not actually random, something, then other things. It is more likely to appear in our dreams. Scientists began to think, maybe dreams are not random noises. Maybe our brains. You need to dream to stay healthy. The things we dream about. Usually it has to do with what we do when we're awake, especially when learning new things. A study shows that about a third of the participants had played arcade downhill ski emulator, alpine racing too. Alpine racer dreamed of this game after a. Think about it. What happens every day only happens once. In our short-term memory, these experiences are fragile, disappears easily. Our daily experiences, only played repeatedly in dreams. It will only be recorded if you guess right. Into our long-term memory. The patterns of brain activity after dreaming. Our brains store and retrieve episodic memories. And what really happened to us. Memories are very similar. So, dreams may be a replay of memories we experience. I guess it also has a strange decoration on it, just to make it more interesting. In a study to test this, scientists asked subjects to play 7 hours of Tetris, spanning 3 days. Wait, I have a question. Where am I going to sign up for these studies? Anyone signed up? I'm busy right now. I'm doing scientific research. Wow, this is a serious brain science question. Anyway, after playing Tetris for a while, participants reported that they were asleep, saw images of 4 puzzles. They seemed to be repeating the game in order to store new skills in long-term memory. But it's not all fun and games. Dreams can turn into nightmares. There is no universally accepted definition of a nightmare, but it is usually considered. It's painful or frightening. It might even wake you up. About 1 in every 40 dreams is a nightmare. So why do I? Their brains will reproduce. What about our worst fears and memories? Threat simulation theory holds that. Threat simulation theory. Dreams allow us to practice dangerous events and situations. Why do some people relive traumatic experiences in their dreams? Here it is. The brain attempts to operate in a safe environment. That is, in our sleeping brain. Practice. To train us for dangerous experiences. Life-threatening situations in the past. When it is part of our daily life, threat simulation may help us survive. But in modern society, relive terrifying situations and chronic nightmares. It can be exhausting. But we also practice social situations in our dreams. This is the social simulation theory of dreams. Scientists have noticed that our dreams are filled with social situations. A quarrel with a close friend, a date with a crush, conflict with colleagues, or no pants, school. Because social interaction is so important to our species, practicing in these situations may be a cleansing advantage. The strange experience of dreaming. It can also be used to solve problems. So, can you win a Nobel Prize by dreaming? Or a Grammy? Stupid maybe. So because dreaming is so common, and most of our lives are dreaming, so he's almost certainly useful. There are many reasons. But how did dreaming first evolve? Perhaps it is because of the autobiography of the Earth. That's right. Scientists think the origin of dreaming, possibly with humans, and the vast amount of time that all animals spend in the dark. Time-related. We are able to observe the world around us with our eyes. This is an extremely important evolutionary advantage. Because it's so important, the part of the brain responsible for vision, it's called visual cortex, occupies a large part of our brain. But here's the thing, and the brain can be easily rewired. If you are blindfolded, your brain will be within an hour of not using vision. Start to change. The nerve cells of the visual cortex will start to be taken over by other tasks. The long night means the visual cortex of our human ancestors. While we sleep, it is highly likely to be taken over by other functions. If we don't use it, we might lose it. Dreams and their highly visual properties. It may have evolved in mammals. It's to keep these fragile brains areas are active at night and prevent the brain from reinventing itself in undesirable ways. So what is it? Is to solve problems, or practice, or observe? Or is it that problem solving has nothing to do with observation? Is it still about practice and a little bit of problem solving? Scientists are unaware of these ideas. Will one or more prove to be positive? Exactly. So the researchers are continuing. Science is always figuring things out, but never quite figured it out. It might even happen. Dream. Maybe it evolved for a function, but it's been around for so long. Because dreams end up in many other different ways. The formula has helped us. Trying to understand how the sleeping brain works is psychology and neuroscience. One of the most challenging problems. But we are living through dream after dream. Build a more and more complete dream. Scientific approach. You have no idea. I just had a dream.